You will be able to conceptualize density as the measurement of an object's mass in relation to its volume. Let's quickly review mass. Mass is a measurement of how much matter or how much stuff is in an object. For example, the bowling ball, it has a lot of stuff. It's very massive. It has a lot of mass. But if you look at this balloon, there is not much stuff in there. It has very little mass. And as we can recall, mass is measured in grams. Now let's look at volume again. Volume is a measurement of how much space something takes up. For example, that little paper cup, it takes up very little space. It has a small volume. But that giant water jug, it takes up a whole lot of space. So that has a very large volume. Now space is measured in cubic centimeters. 1,000 cubic centimeters is equal to 1,000 milliliters. And 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. Now we reviewed the measurements for mass and for volume because density is the relationship between mass and volume. Let's take a closer look at this relationship between mass and volume. Now, if an object has a small volume but a lot of mass, then it would be considered to have a high density. But if it had a large volume and only a little bit of mass, then it would be considered to have a low density. And now the other combinations, they would be somewhere in between. Look at this billiard ball used in pool. Now this is a very, very small object, but it has a lot of mass. So we could say that this billiard ball has a high density because there's a lot of mass packed into that small volume. By contrast, let's look at this beach ball. Now this beach ball is way bigger than the billiard ball. It has a large volume, but it has such little mass. So we could say that this beach ball has a low density because there's only a little bit of mass within that large volume of space in the beach ball. For our second lesson on density, you will be able to understand the mathematical relationship between density, mass, and volume.